You know, I think besides using treats when it comes to training, playing with your dog is a good way to relieve some energy and some stress, and I think it can be very useful when it does come to training the dog. I don't always have to use food, I can use a little game. Some dogs that we get in, for whatever reason, might not play. Maybe they didn't know how to play. Maybe they've never been taught to it. I didn't like chess until I learned how to play it, you know, until I learned the rules. So sometimes we just got to show the dog what the game is, and once the dog understands it, we can have a nice game with the dog. So for me personally, I usually start with something like a toy on a string, or a toy on like a little flirt pole, if I have a dog that's nervous about playing with me personally. And I'll put that on the ground and I'll let the dog kind of get interested and play around with that a little bit, and then I'll start bringing it up into my hands. You want to be careful not to play too rough with your dog. I know sometimes we like to wrestle around with our dogs and get on the floor, and especially with a dog that's kind of new to us or we don't know the history of it, we want to make sure that we're not putting a dog into a situation that starts out fun but turns into a fight down the road. We want to make sure that the dog is comfortable and make sure that the play is not too rough or dangerous. So you know, we don't recommend wrestling around on the floor with the guys, even though that might seem like fun at some point. But you know, playing fetch, playing tug, you know, things like this can be a fun game where the dog can relieve some energy. But you know, chasing the dog around the house and letting him chase you, those can just lead to bad behaviors. You know, we're trying to teach a dog to come to us when called. We don't want him to learn that it's a fun game to run away from us. So you want to be careful about making games into something that's going to come back and be a problem for you down the road.